Hey everybody, Joe, Passion Unchained here to help you live the love life that you want, helping you navigate online dating and everything from the profile until the date and keeping the girl around. Really excited for today. I've started putting my microphone a little bit further back. I've been listening to my episodes and I've noticed that I talk really loud and so everything kind of clips, and I've been trying to turn the gain down on everything, but it still clips because I talk very loud. So I'm going to put it a little bit further for me so that I can still talk loud, but it doesn't hurt your ears or sacrifice the audio quality. My mentor has a YouTube channel. I've had him on the podcast once. He's had me on his podcast twice. Kill Your Inner Loser. Awesome channel. Check it out. Just search for Kill Your Inner Loser. He is an inspiration to me. He's a guy who helps other guys be super sexual, but also extremely honest with women and respecting them. And he did an interesting reaction to a song by, I forgot, but it's called Affection. And I think it's by, let me look it up actually. Affection song Day. Her last name is Day. Jess Day. Yeah, it's called, her last name, her full name is Jess, Jess Day. And the song's called Affection. He did a reaction video podcast to that and explained his reaction, why he loves that song. And he brought up the concept that seeing a girl as a notch on your belt is objectifying her is really disrespectful, and you're kind of crushing her heart. You're not fucking a person. But at the same time, you can be super sexual. And I want to talk about that because I talk a lot about why prioritizing sex is extremely important. If you're like most guys, like I would say over 90% of guys where sex is really important for you. But I have left out, except for a few more recent episodes, I've left out the nuance of, well, you still have to see her as a person, and objectifying her is not a good thing. Because it's not good for her, it's not good for you. You can have sex with a girl and still see her as a person, and still, even though it's a casual thing, it can still be, you can still have good communication. I am seeing a girl right now who is, oh my God, her body is absolutely perfect. If you were watching this girl, you know I fucking love it. It's fucking so firm and, I don't know, so nice. It's just fucking amazing. And I really like sleeping with her, and she knows this is not going to be anything more than friends with benefits. There's a couple of things I'm looking for that she can't provide, but I love sleeping with her. It's fucking amazing, especially because she recently opened up and started to become a lot more talkative, a lot more open to me. In the past, the first few times we met up and slept together, she was very closed off and very standoffish. She didn't say much. And recently she's opened up to me, which is great. And this is a common thing with girls. She's younger. She's 18. I like younger girls. Personally, I know guys who like older women. Good for them. I don't. That's fine. I have a lot of older women as friends. I just, it's not my cup of tea when it comes to being in bed with them. With a few exceptions. One of my favorite girls I dated was actually much older than me. So, there are exceptions. But when it comes to her, when it comes to inexperienced girls, sometimes they're in a casual relationship. They think they can't open up to you. They think, oh, okay, this is casual. That means that I can't be open to you. And it's unfortunate because open sex makes the best sex when you're honest and open with each other. And so, not only is it good for her, for you to not objectify her and see her as a person, it's also great for you and your sexual needs. I love having sex with people when we're open with each other. It's just so much more comfortable, and you can be a lot more wild with each other because you trust each other. So I just want to go into some of the bad advice that tells guys to be more closed off or not be honest with women. There's a lot of people maybe in the red pill. Red pill, I like a lot of the stuff about it, but I don't like a lot of the stuff about it. It's like about equal. Great stuff in it, but also horrible stuff in it. And one of the bad things that they teach is that women are just trying to screw you over. All women are like that is the quote. And like that means they're trying to screw you over. They're trying to suck they're essentially gold diggers. They're trying to suck your your resources unless you're an alpha male, in which case they'll like just be super casual and just want your dick, and that's it. And it's like there's these two dichotomies. While there's a little bit of truth to that, it's a lot more nuanced, and there are and women do have good intentions. A lot of them. Some of them are assholes and looking for looking to screw you over. That's definitely true, but it's not all of them, and there are a lot of girls you can find that are good, that are great, that will respect the hell out of you and want to be close to you while still giving you as much sex as you want. And the red pill solution to all women are out to manipulate you and free you of your resources is to, well, manipulate them into having sex with you by essentially either like not called spinning plates, which is also a thing that is nuanced. I like a lot of the idea about spinning plates, but a lot of it I don't, and it like even the phrase spinning plates objectifies women. It's like, okay, they're plates, and I get it. Like, if you say they're plates, that means that you don't get too attached to them. But I think a mature guy like me, I can still be open and respect and care about a woman, but the moment she leaves, I'm like, okay, fine, on to the next one. I think objectifying women is a shortcut to being less invested. And that's what I think a lot of guys are trying to do. They're trying to be like, well, I really want to have sex, but I also hate the fact that I get invested in every single girl I talk to, and it crushes me that when she doesn't want to stay around. And like 100% I get that. That is an issue. And the shortcut to solving that issue is like, okay, well, women aren't women. They're objects. They're vaginas with legs, and I'm going to treat them that way. And while that can work for the short term, it ultimately pushes girls away unless they have low self-esteem. And it also hurts you because you start to become bitter towards women. You start to become bitter towards dating in general, and you're only being around women who don't have respect for themselves and women who are more likely to cause drama. But over time, and this comes with experience, you get to a point where, like for me, like for this girl, like I care about her as I'd care about a person. And of course, like I've been inside her a lot. So like there's a lot of chemicals going on that like help me like, okay, you know, like I care for her well-being, but I don't need to text her during the week. And if she catches feelings for me, I'm not going to change my mind that she's never going to be my main girl. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you've caught feelings for me, so like, okay, fine, like you'll be my main girl. Like, no, that's off the table because she doesn't offer a specific thing that I want in my long-term relationships. So, but doesn't mean I don't care about her. And like for instance, here's a really good example of where the red pill would be like, or anyone who objectifies women would be like, no, fuck her, like she's asking for too much, goodbye, you should next her. There was a moment, because she knows that I have a lot of sexual experience, and so she was like, I know you're sleeping with other girls, which actually at this point I'm not. I'm looking for other women, and I'm going to find other women soon, but like she's the only girl that sometimes that happens, like some girls will drop off and you'll only be seeing one girl at a time. Even if you're super attractive and on top of the list. But when it comes to her specifically, she was like, I know you're sleeping with a lot of women, and I corrected her. It bothers me because I want to make sure that you're safe with me. Like, can you get tested and show me the results? And I'm like, sure, like 100%. And like a lot of guys who are into the red pill or like objectifying women will probably be like, well, she's asking me to do something. That's not okay. Like I'm the one who asks things in this relationship. And I'm like, no, like this is the human being who has needs, and she needs to feel safe. And it's very reasonable for her to be like, you know, you're sticking your dick in me. I only put a condom on when I'm about to come, which is not the safest thing to do. It's something I like doing. I fuck without a condom and then I put it on later when I'm about to come. Yes, I know there's a risk of getting a girl pregnant with the pre-cum. That's a risk I'm willing to take that I don't suggest you take if you don't want it. But anyway, that's what I do. And so she's like, you know, you're sticking your dick in me, so I want to feel safe. I want to see that you don't have any diseases. So I took time out of my day, got tested. Thankfully, there's a free clinic that I don't have to pay anything for. But I went and I got tested, and then I was going to see her that Sunday, but the tests hadn't come back yet. So I honestly was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to not see her this Sunday. I took a small sacrifice because she had needs. She had a need to feel safe, which meant to her she wanted to see my results, and I respected the hell out of that. Now I'm still like the dom, if you will, in the relationship. I'm like leading. I'll tell her what to do and she'll follow, and she's very submissive. And so, but that doesn't mean I don't respect her. That doesn't mean I don't care about her. That doesn't mean that she doesn't get my attention and my care and my human dignity. And that doesn't mean that we don't cuddle and have like some like amazing intimate moments, even though we're casual. So like that's the difference between, I guess, somebody who's getting experience, which is okay if you're in that moment and you are feeling like you have to objectify women. I think that's fine to be in that stage as a natural progression towards being an experienced guy like me who's been with enough girls and gone through that phase of objectifying women and come out the other end and being like, you know what? The real reason I was objectifying women was because I didn't want to get my heart hurt. I didn't want to get burned. But then over time, you learn the nuances and the grace of being able to stay detached from a woman while being close to her. Like, stay independent, I think, is the best. Not detached isn't a good word. I think stay independent. My self-worth is now independent from whether women stay with me or not. There was another girl I was sleeping with, for instance, recently, and we were going to meet up, and a few hours before we were going to meet up, I tried to confirm with her. She didn't answer, and so I just assumed we weren't going to meet up. A couple hours before, she said, oh, by the way, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know if I want to come because my friend invited me to something. And, like, if she'd told me that the day before, I wouldn't have minded, but the fact that she told me that a couple hours, and it's like, it's like, she didn't respect my time. So I told her, I'm like, hey, like, you know, you're telling me this a couple hours before, and it's not like it's an emergency. It's like there's just another option. And while I know this is casual between you and me, it bothers me that you're treating my time like it doesn't matter. You're treating my time like it's not important. And I keep girls around who respect my time, and if we schedule something, then she gives me enough notice beforehand to be like, yo, like, my friend's having a birthday party, or my friend's inviting me out tomorrow. Can we reschedule to Monday or Sunday or something? That would be respectful. But she didn't do any of that. She's just like, hey, yeah, I don't know if I'm coming because my friend invited me to something. No attempt to reschedule, like not enough time for me to plan anything. And it was disappointing. And I told her goodbye because she kept drawing the conversation. She's like, oh, it looks like you're catching feelings. And I'm like, first of all, that's extremely disrespectful. Second of all, I'm not. Third of all, like, you're just not respecting my time. Good fucking bye. And there's more to the conversation. It wasn't just that interaction, but that was the gist of it. And it was just like, you know, I don't have a problem seeing a girl that I like and she's treating me badly, and I try to resolve it, and she insists on treating me badly and not respecting me and saying good fucking bye. But at the same time, I don't see girls as objects. I see them as humans. I see them as, so like, it's like the difference between a walking vagina and a vagina with a person attached to it. And it's almost like I see women as vaginas with a person attached to it, and I'm essentially trying to have a good relationship with that person so that I have access to that vagina. And it's like, it's not like, okay, well, that person's irrelevant, I just need to open those pants and get into that hole. It's like, well, let me like befriend that person. Let me like care about that person, and let me like have a relationship with that person, even if it is for one night, or even if it is like once a week or once a month. Let me be honest and open with that person so that like the vagina is part of our relationship, but so is like the brain and the heart. I know that sounds kind of lovey-dovey, and it is. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a human connection with the people that you fuck, even if it is casual. And if you're not there, if you feel like you have to put women at a distance by objectifying them, then that's understandable. But that's something I can help you with, and it's honestly much more fun. The sex is much better when you open yourself, allow yourself to connect to a woman, but at the same time, know how to keep yourself emotionally independent from her. And that sometimes takes experience, but I can help you with that. If you want help, I would say go to the link in the description below and schedule a call with me. I'm going to help you get what you want from online dating, both from the profile, from photography and all that jazz, and then also in the back end, you know, how to work with girls like on the dates, because obviously it doesn't stay on Tinder. If it stayed on Tinder, you wouldn't be doing too well. It's going to go from Tinder to in person and to your house, and that's going to be a longer process that involves a lot more. And so that's why I offer coaching after I do photo shoots. I'm also working on a new website, so my process might change, but for now, that's what's going on. Schedule a call with me. There's a link on the website, and I'm happy to work with you. If you want to keep seeing me and keep working with me on YouTube and just getting my advice here and using that, awesome. Go ahead and subscribe, and you can get me here. Till next time.